Okay, good day, guys. Welcome to today's class. Now, today's class is going to be very, very simple. I will not waste time. I will just want to make the video very, very short because um, we don't want to talk too much. Now, if you watch the previous videos and you have understood it perfectly, then this video is for you. But if you have not seen it, you can go back and watch the previous video on key levels, which is the day one of the MSNR strategy. So today we'll be talking about implementing the key levels together with trend line. Yes, I know trend lines can also be used in the MSNR trading, but not the way you guys think it should be used. Now, the first thing that you will notice here is this one. This is the first trend line that I have, and you can see I'm having two touches before the third one. Then you can see this is touch one, touch two, and then touch three. So you should have a minimum of two touches to consider that trend line valid. You understand? So you can see another two here, one, two, and then three. So now this one, the reason why I'm doing it is like this is it might not touch it with candle body, but once it touches it with wick, it is considered as a trend line touch. So that, let's say this is a weak touch like this. You understand? You are being subjective here. Then we have this one also. As you can see, we are having one, two, and then the third one. Then we're having this last one also. You can see two touches and then the last one. Now, what are the names of these things? Names are not that important. I don't deal with names. What I deal with is concept. But let me just give it a name type so you guys can remember it by. So this is a reversal trend line. So let's say we are buying and you see one, two, you know that we are going to reverse. This is a continuation trend line. So if we are buying, you see one, two, you know we are going to continue buying. But this one is going to tell you from buy we are going to sell. So this one is used for reversal. This one is used for continuation. Now this is a break and retest trend line. So you're having two touches, market breaks it and then market retests it. So use this trend line. Then you have this one also. This is the inverse of this one. So this is for the bullish case and this is for the bearish case for trend lines. Now take a good look at these pictures because we'll be replicating them in the chart just now. Now look at this. If you look at this very well, you will see our first one that we drew there. Now when we are drawing it, you can either use engulfing candle. What do I mean by engulfing candle? Sell and buy and sell. So if you are seeing a sell candle and a buy candle, that's engulfing. If you are seeing a buy candle and a sell candle, that is engulfing. So you mark them from the engulfing candles. You don't mark them from the wick. So you can see I have a engulfing candle here. I have another engulfing candle here. I can mark it like that. But the way I like doing it is I will go to the line chart to mark it. You can see that. I'll go to the line chart to mark it. So if you look at this sell that happened here, I want to show you guys something. If you look at this sell that happened here, if I go back to my normal chart, you will notice that we have two touches at this point here. We had two touches. If I go back to the line chart, you will see it there. So you can see we have two touches here, then the third touch push it down. So this is a reversal. Why is it a reversal? If you check well, the trend was bullish before market got to that point. You can see we were buying, buy, and when we touch it, we sold. You understand? And when we sold, we reverse. The buy stop and we start reversing to the downside. You understand? So that is the first one, which is the reversal. I think I have another reversal here. If you look at this here, I have another reversal. So you have one here, and this is not something you get in a day. You have to practice to get it. You have one, two. Okay, I think this should be a case of break and retest. So this is a break and retest. So if you look at this now, the market touches this point and that other point. Then, as you can see, if I go to the candlestick chart, the market now, it has touched this one, touched this two, it broke it and it came back to it. So the market might buy from here. But you're not buying at random zones. I'm going to tell you how to use this trend line. So let me just point them out for you before I start showing you guys. So this is the trade I dropped today for you guys that traded my this thing. This is the trade. So you can see after it take profits, you can see what CPI did. CPI brought it down. But that is by the way. So let's continue. So let's continue looking for other trend line on the chart. So this is a continuation trend line here. So if you look at this, the market touched this two times here. You can see two touches there and the market continue going up. If you don't want to use that one, you can also use this one. This one is a good view. So you can see continuation. You can see the continuation there. So candlestick, so you can see the first buy, second buy, he touch it again the third time, and then he bought. You understand? We are not just going to buy from any trend line. I will show you how to use it. I just want to show you the trend lines first. So let me look for another case of break and retest before we go into something else. Let me go to um another chart. I'm looking for break and retest. Let's see. Let's see if I can see another one. Let me see this one. I don't think that aligns very well. Let me look at it. It's not aligning very well. So, okay, I think it should be like this. One, two, I think two should be here. Understand? You just get the idea. You want to see two places that has been touched, then market breaks it and come back. Let me see if it came back to that point. Oh, it did not come back. So you cannot regard this one as break and retest. Let me see if I can find. The break and retest doesn't happen too common like that on the chart. You just have to. So if the market had come back to this point, it would be a break and retest. But the market did not come back. If it had come back to this point, you understand? So yeah, I just hope you guys get the basic idea of the break and retest. It's just something, it happens on the chart not so often, but you will see the continuation and the reversal trend line often. I think this one should be. So if you can see, this is it. So you can see it touched this place. One, two, it broke, it came back, touch, and then it went down again. So it's practice that makes perfection. You understand? The more you practice, the more you become perfect with it. So that is another one. Now there is one more that I don't like using. I don't like using it, but let me just show you guys. I don't like using it, but if you know you choose to use it, you can use it. There is this one that we use together with the QM arrow. So it looks like this. So if you're having a QM arrow like this now, for example, you can add a trend line to it. If you're having a QM arrow, this is your QM arrow. You can add something like this to it. Let me remove this. One moment, guys, please. So let me say you're having something like this. You want to buy from this zone. You're hoping to buy from this zone here. So how would you do that? It's very, very simple. If you want to use the QM arrow as a trend line, all you would do is there anything wrong with my data? Why is it doing like this? Please, you guys should just bear with me. I think there is something wrong with my data. Okay. Now, the trend line is they mark it from here. This one is just one touch. So they need one touch from here and they will mark it like this. You understand? They will mark it like that. So while you are entering from the QM arrow like this, you will just mark the trend line to touch the QM arrow. Then you can now enter from that zone. So people do this, but I don't like it because to me it doesn't make sense because it's only touching one point. You understand? So but people do. They will mark the trend line together with the QM arrow and they will enter from there. But if you don't know it, let me show you how it looks like on the chart. Look at this. So you can see this. This is the place here. You mark it to the QM arrow and you can see that's a perfect entry. So how do we use trend lines together with entries? So after looking for your entry points, if you are looking for your entry point, you look at the trend line that aligns with your entry point. So look at this now. This is an imbalance entry. If you look at it, this is an imbalance and FVG in the middle. And you can see the first week of the imbalance, like I explained in the last class. So let's say I want to enter from here. I will now ask myself which trend line aligns with this my entry position. So I would go to my distance. So if you can see 1, 2. So we're having two touches here like that. Then you raise it up. So when you put that one two touch, you can see that this is a break and retest that aligns with our this thing there. So let me raise it up a bit. So let me see if that makes sense. So you can see the break and retest aligns with our POI. So I can now buy from here like this. I can buy, put my TP a bit, then you can see that's a beautiful buy. So whenever you want to buy from, you look for the trend line that aligns with that zone. So this one now you can see the trend line that aligns with this entry here. So you can see that. So let me look for another entry that I have used and show you guys the trend line that aligns with it. Let me see if I can see another. And please note, we pick our trend lines. We pick our trend lines from only the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour charts. You don't go below that to pick a trend line. You don't go below that. So look at this. This is a QMR with the QMR trend line. You can see from this point here. This is our POI. Our POI is this level here. This um, SBR. If you look at it, you see the SBR on the line chart there. This is an SBR there. So when I put it out, I want to enter from that place, which is what I did today. Then I can mark this guy. Though I don't use it often, I can mark this guy from the QMR to align with my level there. So you put the trend line to align with your level, then you see immediately it gets there. Immediately it gets to that level there like that. Whichever way you draw it, it will just. I'm not saying that it's going to buy 80% or 90% of the time, but it works. That's what I'm telling you. This is something that works if you put in the work to identify these levels. These are levels that are in the market, and these are things that I've been using for some time now. So it's not anything that I will recommend that doesn't work. You understand? So if I'm recommending it, that means it's working. So you guys should just put in the work, because I'm going to be stopping the video here. Put in the work. You can also come to my DM to ask me question. You get? And as long as you're putting in the work, there's no reason why you should not learn it. So that is it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next course video, which is tomorrow. Thank you.